It's an ultra nice morning. The fog is beginning to burn off. I went for a walk earlier today, or just a few moments ago. I got back, and pretty nice. And just another opportunity for me to do my thinking. Some people don't think about much at all. I think thinking can be, I don't know, somewhat of a burden because of all of the introspection and stuff that you end up doing. I've had this tendency to wake up like anywhere between 2 and 4 in the morning, something like that, and just have these really heavy thoughts and introspections about things, and I'm like, good grief. I mean, really heavy ass stuff. And some of it's just grieving over life in general. I mean, because let's just face it, it's a hard existence. And I'm not saying my life's bad. I have my health. I can go walk. But when you're a thinker and you think about a lot of things, those things can weigh you down, whether it's ruminating about your past or things you didn't do that you wished you had or whatever. I tend to do that a lot. But I think now that I'm getting older, I mean, I'm 57 and approaching that big 6-0, and you're like, whoa, I mean, and if you think about it, what, maybe a few more years of healthy living, I suppose. I mean, who is just healthy as a lark going into their 70s? I don't, you tell me. I guess there's some people that manage to do that. I might, I don't know. I mean, hell, I know one thing: I don't want to end up in the care of someone else or in a nursing home. Will I take care of business to prevent that? Yeah, probably. I've thought about that. Why would I want to go to a nursing home where somebody can potentially abuse me and, wipe my ass and clean the vomit up off my shirt? I mean, I mean, yeah. And so here, I've got what? A few more years of doing what? What am I going to accomplish? What? Somebody was telling me about there's a couple that live up in Washington. I won't mention who they are or how I know them, but they're building this house out on this land, and somebody was telling me, how neat that is and everything. And I guess, I mean, that is pretty cool if you can do that sort of thing and build your own place. I guess that's a sense of accomplishment. And power to those that have that kind of ambition. I just don't. I mean, my ambition, my ambition is just to make it day to day. To what? To what end? I mean, I'm going to end up in the ground just the same as everybody. What do you do? I mean, all these achievements and things you've accomplished that really don't matter. They might matter to you in the time being. And humans are only the only species on the planet that need to be recognized for something. We need to recognition. Oh, look what I did, or this, that, and the other. That's a really pretty bird right there. Look at that one. That's a pretty bird. I mean, these birds don't give a crap. They're just up there taking in the morning. They don't need to feel like they've accomplished jack shit. I mean, how cool for them. But not so with humans. We get to think about it all. We get to think about everything we didn't do in life, or poor decisions we made, or blah, 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 blah. And then at the end, you get to be put in the ground, and I guess if you want all your accomplishments, and you can get a great big tombstone. Get you like about a 10-foot tall tombstone. You etch all that shit on there. Everything you did. I did this and that and the other, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to come look at it. No. No, these birds will come shit on it. But other than that, nobody's going to give a damn. Yeah. Nobody's going to give a damn. I just want to be cremated. My sister was cremated. My mom was cremated. And you can just spread my ashes and let them blow off in the wind. I am more than happy with that. Just into particles, and I guess except for my silver fillings, they'll be somebody can come collect those, and you know, if they're worth anything. The mercury in my mouth. Yeah. You ever think about things like this? A lot of people don't. A lot of people just don't really take the time for introspection, for, you know, just for thinking. I mean, it's always got to be filled with doing something. We got to go do something. I'd rather be like those birds and just sit there and take in the morning and not think about anything. They don't think about life nor death. They're just being. I mean, how cool for them. You know, unlike humans, the only species on the planet that have the ability to think about these things and have consciousness. What a curse. Honestly. To be conscious and have the knowledge of death and the finality of it, and you know, where we go after that, and thinking about all those things. And like I said, some people don't never really think about those things. I mean, I was just blessed to be able to be that kind of a person. But I think that that's also just part of being a human, part of just this predicament. Yeah. But I'll get on with the day and enjoy the rest of my coffee and try not to think too much about too much. I know that for me personally, I try to, I don't know, improve myself in as much as I can, to be a better person, to be a more accepting person, a non-judgmental person. I think I'm pretty non-judgmental. I don't have that sort of, you know, spirit about me where I judge people. I don't care what people do or what they want to be or any of that. It just makes no sense to be that way. And so many people are like that. They just This is a world that thrives on condemnation, not acts of charity or giving back, acts of kindness. Nobody gives a shit. Honestly. I mean, test it out for yourself. I've given back, let's say, in the I've run a Meals on Wheels route for many years. That's not to toot my horn about what a great human I am, because when I started doing that, I just started doing it because I don't know, it was a way for me to give back, and to get outside of myself, because that ego just is just such a horrible thing, and to get outside of that me attitude and just give back, in a way that makes sense to me. Other people can do other things. I think this year for Thanksgiving or for Christmas, I'll make up some Christmas dinners or a Thanksgiving dinner. I did this a few years ago. I got all the all the food items, and I made a turkey. I think some ham and stuffing. All the things Thanksgiving stuff, and I made a bunch of meals and passed them out to homeless people in the downtown area in the city that I was living in, and that was pretty special. I mean, it really, and that's something I remember, and I want to do it again, just because to see the surprise on a person's face when you hand them something like that, and I usually put a little. Little bottles of whiskey and stuff like that in there. Hey. Oh, he's contributing to the homeless situation. Oh, eat me. It's just an act of generosity. It's an act of, an act of kindness that you don't see too much in this place, in this reality. And why not? Why not do something like that? I mean, those are the things that are going to hopefully bridge the gap between this place and eternity, and those are the things that are going to matter, right? I mean, it's not going to be, oh, I accomplished this or I accomplished that. That's all going to blow away like dust in the wind. I personally think that the only thing that's going to transcend this idiotic, chaotic reality is just whatever acts of kindness that you can show other people, or nature, or take care of dogs, take care of cats, take care of horses. I have 7 of those, and give back in that regard, and instead of always just me, look at my accomplishment. I know so many people like that in life. I mean, I have a whole family of them, and I used to go on these reunions. They were family reunions at the beach with these family members, and just got to be old. I can't have conversations, in-depth conversations with anybody, because all it is just, look at what I've accomplished. Look at my bank account. Look at the cars I drive, or whoever the fuck I think I am. I mean, that sort of mentality. I just can't take it. So I quit going. I've been invited back, but I'm just, nah. Why? I mean, if I want to have a beach vacation, I'll rent a shack on the beach and hang out by myself, and I don't have to be around people who are trying to impress one another and act, all a certain way, and it's just like, yuck. Well, anyway, there we have it. There's the morning talk. I keep these things about 15 minutes because I just run out of that thought stream, and it's like you're just going to start getting repetitive anyway. So anyway, that's my goal today. If I have a goal, I'll say a kind thing to somebody, or I run my route today, so that always helps me get my Monday going. I mean, it gets me right in the head. And some of these people who I deliver meals to, I mean, boy, you should see the situations they're in. Some of them alone, old, some of them bedridden, can't even get out of bed. Some of them, I've delivered meals to a lot of different individuals. Sometimes they're in there dead. Not even making that up. I mean, I've had people that I go to the door and to drop off a meal, and they're in there dead, and I have to call the office and say, well, you might want to go do a welfare check there, because I don't have a good feeling. 2 or 3 times that's happened, and sure enough, they were in there, passed away, because it's just the loneliness of some of those situations with these people. I mean, literally nothing to do but sit in your dwelling watching whatever you watch. I know people that just sit there and watch news, or uh, I mean, all day long. I mean, that's all they do. And that's life. It's mind blowing to me. It's mind blowing. And I don't want to be that way when I get older, because, I mean, holy smokes, that's just, that's really, it's the epitome of just being aware that you're going down, and there's really nothing left in life to even hardly motivate you. Many of these people are just not motivated, hardly even get out of bed. They'll come slumbering to the door in their pajamas, or dragging a respirator, oxygen, or just whatever. Some of them have catheters. It's just like, what? Yeah. So anyway, well, that's about all I have to say this morning. That's all I have to say about that.